Whew. Damn. Damn. What up, world? Welcome to another episode of the BrandonJaneauShow. Wrestling Life, as you know, I am Brandon Janeau, and like always on all podcast platforms everywhere. BrandonJaneauShow. Social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook, BrandonJaneauShow, and of course YouTube channel, BrandonJaneauShow. That's where you catch all of these visual episodes, man. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Like I said, today it is Wrestling Life, and like every time, man, you already know, every time a WWE PLE goes off, I have to talk about it. And today, there is no, that is so the case. Because just a moment ago, WWE's Clash at the Castle in Glasgow, Scotland just went off. And this is my review show of it, man. Six matches. Yeah. One, two, three, four, five. Oh, actually, five matches. Five matches on this card. Um, yeah, five matches on this card. Uh, but I can't knock it. It works. I like WWE's approach with the short card. Like I say all the time, AEW does all the long card, big matches, all the shit. But WWE, with these five matches, I mean, it's good. Now, if you know anything, of course, like always, my review show, I start with my least favorite match to my most favorite match on the card. And if I got like two 5-star matches, I go my most my least favorite of the 5-star matches. Maybe something was just a little off in that match or something. Uh, but and of course the match of the night to me. So let's get into it. Like I said, five matches. So let's get into it, man. It's been a minute since I've done one of these. I've given a match this type of rating. But starting off, my least favorite match of the night was the WWE Women's Tag Team Triple Threat match. Um, I gave it 2.5 stars. The reason why it was my least favorite match, I could deal with some botches here and there, some miscues. It felt like the whole match was kind of like a little off. Like it just, I don't think you, I don't think you needed. I guess I do know why you needed Shayna um and Zoe in the match because you didn't want to have Jade or Bianca take the pin. So I get why you did it, but it was just like, eh, yeah, this match was a botch fest. It was like a lot of miscues. Of course, Jade taking trying to do like a springboard into the ring, and she just miscued it, but she got back up. She did her thing. Even the big boot into the power bomb, like that was like she kind of like did a split to like get the power bomb. It was like, yeah, it was a lot of miscues, man. I would have given this actually 2 stars, but I gave it an extra half because it was just like the surprise at the end. I mean, it, especially with the way this Scotland talent kind of kept losing tonight. It was kind of good to see one of Scotland's very own win a title. Um, all in all, man, the triple threat match was okay. It wasn't super over the top. I mean, the beginning of it was pretty much Bianca and Jay doing what they're supposed to do, and that's dominate the women. And then it kind of split off into the women teaming up, taking them out, and then you know, uh, the ending, like I said, the ending of it all. But yeah, it was a lot of botches. It wasn't a great match. It was a lot of. It was six women. It's also hard to do, but I can't even blame now looking back at this match. Now I'm like, I can't really even blame Jade for taking that bad like springboard and she kind of like slipped off the ropes. I can't even blame her for that because the whole fucking ropes was kind of slippery the whole match. I mean, the main event, you can literally see it through the main event how bad Damian Priest almost like maybe he really did injure himself because we don't know the severity of his injury. But yeah, the ropes were very fucking slippery. So I see a lot of people saying, "Oh man, Jay fucked up with that." Now looking back at it, it's like no, the ropes were kind of like really fucking slippery most of the night. So yeah, um, yeah, that was a ooh, yeah, that was a Yeah, the match all in all was not great. It was decent. It was okay. It was I can't even say it was okay. It was yeah, it's 2.5 stars. That's what it was. It was two and a half fucking stars, man. Like yeah, it was 2.5 stars. Just a lot of fucking botching, man. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. But I'm happy that you know, the unholy Trinity, I think that's what they call themselves. Alma Fire and Aladon won the titles. I'm happy that they won the titles because I felt like at some point you were gonna have to get the belts off of Jade and Bianca. I didn't know who the fuck you would put them on, but now it's really just like, what do you do now with the belts? Now it's another question again about what the fuck do you do with the belts? Now they go to Raw, I guess. Like I guess I don't. I think the problem with the women's tag team titles has been you got women's tag team titles that are supposed to go through all three brands, and I think right now they just stay on one brand, and I think that's kind of the fucking problem. Like with the women's tag team titles, it's like right now the titles are going back to Raw. They're going on Raw. More women on Raw, better kind of women's division on Raw, but if they don't start circulating them titles around all three brands, it don't really fucking matter what you do with those titles at after a certain point. And right now, it's starting to feel like that with those tag team titles for the women. It's just like I don't give a fuck what you do with them titles. I do not care. I don't care who it's on. And I feel like what Alba Fire and Aladon, you can at least put them on NXT and have them fight certain women on NXT. Or you can even, move them to SmackDown and have them be on SmackDown. You can move them on Raw and have them on Raw. Shit, since y'all doing crossovers, they got tag team women's championships in TNA. Let's say they go to NXT and they have the TNA, crossover with the TNA tag team knockouts champions in TNA. Why not? I mean, like it's to the point now where I'm like, you gotta find new ideas for these fucking titles because the ideas y'all been having have sucked and it's not good and you need to get rid of them. So yeah, congratulations to Everfar and Aladon because they were yeah, I mean they needed something. They had been off of TV for like a couple months, so in that first real match that they've been in, they won the tag team titles. And that also kind of tells you a lot about the tag team titles because literally Bianca and Jay won them bitches at Backlash. So in 2 months, you've already moved the titles off of them. Maybe moving into a new direction. I don't know, man. Maybe moving into a new direction. I don't fucking know, but yeah, that's kind of weird. You got the belt on Bianca and Jade, like literally at Backlash. It took you 2 months to be like, all right, let's move them off of them. 2 months. Well, not even 2 months. 8 months because Backlash was in May, and we're only in June. So it literally took you a month to be like, okay, we saw what they could do with the tag team titles. It took literally a month. At least Damage Control had the belts for a good bit of time. Like it, yeah. This is this. Damn, when I actually think about that shit, that is wild because they only had the belts for like a month, and now they already moved off of them. Yeah, I'm to the point where when I talk to my family, straight through the ropes, uh, Brian Beeline and you know, and everybody over there, man, Slim and you know, yeah, yeah. I'm to the point now. I'm like, get rid of the tag team titles, the women's tag team titles. Like, you just had Bianca and Jay win the belts, who are the two biggest women out of your champions on the main roster, have the titles, and you only have them have it for a month. Yeah, this how to get rid of tag team titles and just bring in the main card title. That's way better. It makes way more sense. because you don't have that many women's tag teams and factions. That's one. And then on top of that, you got way more women that are not gonna probably challenge Bailey or Liv anytime soon. And when Liv fights Rhea, who the fuck is gonna stop Rhea when she gets the belt back? So it's just like it would make more sense to just get rid of the tag team titles and just make it one big ass mid card and have them go from Raw to SmackDown because then the rules of the tag team titles going to Raw, SmackDown, and NXT wouldn't be needed, wouldn't be necessary. It really wouldn't be necessary because you don't use those tag team titles to go to NXT. It's kind of yeah, this is ass backwards. I don't. I think it's maybe you now do it. Maybe because they were Amber Fire and Aladar was the last NXT Women's Tag Team Title champions. So maybe you do give them the chance to go to NXT and defend them on NXT too. I just feel like you gotta yeah, that rule is fucking dumb. I'm gonna be honest. That rule is fucking stupid. I mean, for me, it's just like get rid of the tag team titles, make it one big ass mid card title, and have, and I guess, in the sense of what this because shit. I see why they're trying to. It's hard because you're trying to also make the tag team. You try to make the draft work, in the tag team titles are the only titles that are not supposed to be just exclusive to one brand. So I can see how even bringing in a mid card title, it will be hard. Even bringing in a mid card title would be hard because are you doing it for two separate brands or are you just doing one big ass mid card title? Because if you're doing one big ass mid card title, then you're opening it up to because NXT can get away with that because it's only based on NXT. But for the tag team titles, you can't have an exclusive tag team because you don't have that many women. You don't have one tag teams, and then you don't have that many women that are tag teams. So yeah, this is gonna be hard. I don't know what you do with it, but the match was okay at best. Okay at best. My next match on the docket is Bailey versus Piper Niven for the WWE Women's Championship. Again, it's 3.5 stars. Um, I feel like this is just a preview of what the SummerSlam match between her and Nia Jax is gonna be. You know, Nia's a little bit bigger, you know, with height, than Piper Niven, but it feels like this is exactly what the SummerSlam match is gonna be. Um, yeah, I think this is a better match because I don't think Nia Jax can move like Piper Niven in the ring. But all in all, man, it was okay. It wasn't great. It was decent. Bailey's a good champion. Bailey can elevate any talent that she's in the ring with. She can have a great match with anybody in the ring with her. I think where the problem with Bailey is, I think they're trying to figure out who is a true feud. To be honest with you, I've been saying this for a while. If I was WWE, I would keep the belt on Bailey to WrestleMania and have Tiffany Stratton beat her because Tiffany wins the Royal Rumble. I know people that say let Tiffany win the Money in the Bank. No, Tiffany's way bigger of a star that deserves a bigger moment than just cashing in the Money in a fucking bank. She can win the Royal Rumble, and to be honest with you, she's the only woman I feel like can win the Royal Rumble right now as we speak because it would make fucking sense for her to win the Royal Rumble. If you really want to be spiteful to the fans, have Chelsea Green win the Royal Rumble. Like, I mean, you have Chelsea Green win Money in the Bank. I actually think that would be a smarter decision for Chelsea Green. She's kind of like the one that nobody. She's sneaky. She can climb up the ladder real fast. She can take the briefcase, and it would make more sense for her to cash in to get the Money in the Bank briefcase and beat Bailey, or at least try to. Or she could go to Raw and surprise everybody and turn up in a real live match and just beat her and take the belt from one of them. But the match was all in all was really good. I mean, Piper Niven being home, um, I actually think they're gonna run this back at Money in the Bank. That's why I think Chelsea Green is also going to be in the Money in the Bank briefcase match. Yeah, I think they're gonna run it back at Money in the Bank. I think Bailey respects Piper Niven enough to know like, okay, I need to fight you again. Because I didn't really beat you the way I wanted to beat you. I kind of just escaped you. So at some point that's gonna kick in. Um, but all in all, this was a good match. I think you need to give Piper Niven a couple more matches under the belt before you give her another title match, and I think that's why I say Money in the Bank because you could at least down build this feud a little bit more, and also on top of that, Chelsea Green being one of the factors for why she kind of lost tonight. Her being the Money in the Bank would make more sense for her to have a reason to turn face on Chelsea Green at some point. Especially if Chelsea Green wins Money in the Bank and then she knows Bailey and Pepper Niven are fighting 1-on-1 for the title again. Yeah, that would make sense. Also, you need to build Nia Jax up a little bit more, and that's another thing. I mean, you could have Chelsea Green win Money in the Bank and not have to cash it in now at Money in the Bank. How about she cash? And she's gonna actually be home in Toronto, by the way. But have her cash in at SummerSlam when Nia Jax have literally beat Bailey to hell, and then have Chelsea Green come in and take the belt from her there, and then have Bailey and her fight at Bash of Berlin and take the belt back. Because I feel like Tiffany Stratton and Bailey is the end game. I know people say it's Naomi. I know there's other people that say this, that, and the other, and the third. But Piper Niven, Bailey, and Tiffany Stratton is the end game. I think you need to make sure you get to WrestleMania and that be the end game. That's why I say Tiffany Stratton will make more sense to win the Money in the Bank. I mean, win the Royal Rumble than to win the Money in the Bank, especially if you're going off of the storyline where Piper Niven is going to probably turn face at some point. So on Chelsea Green, she needs to turn face on Chelsea. So yeah, I think. But the match was really good. It was intriguing. I thought it was really good. Like I said, this kind of was just like a SummerSlam preview of Bailey just getting her ass whipped pretty much most of the match and then somehow, some way squeaking out the victory. Um, that's why I feel like Chelsea Green is going to be the one that wins Money in the Bank. Now this next match, I could have given it 5. I mean, I could have given it 5, man, but I gave it 4.5 stars, and that is Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship. Um, it took a minute to heat up for me personally. But it's Sami Zayn, it's Chad Gable. It was going to get there eventually, but the storyline is built around Alpha Academy, and that is why I feel like this match was amazing. Even more so because they play perfectly into it. They play perfectly into it. Um, Chad and Sammy have really good chemistry in the ring. Obviously, I'm to the point now. Chad has officially announced that he has re-signed his contract, and people on social media, of course, are. That's why I hate like looking at social media sometimes because people on social media is like, "Oh man, if I was why WWE just not gonna give Chad the belt? They're gonna give him the fucking belt. Stop fucking complaining. They're going to give him the belt." But what? And I've even said, yeah, you should probably give him the belt at Clash at the Castle. But what's more intriguing, Chad Gable winning the belt and still having to deal with Alpha Academy, or him now saying, "Fuck y'all, I'd rather just team up with the Creed brothers in Ivy now and turn that into the new Alpha Academy." Because you got to realize, Akira Tozawa and Otis and Maxine Dupree. Those are 3 names that you got to get rid of. How do you get rid of them? Easy. The Creed brothers and Ivy now. You got a new Alpha Academy that's more serious. They're incredible in the ring. That can actually be a actual faction that you will take serious. You can't take fucking Alpha Academy serious the way they are right now. I mean, outside of maybe Otis, Akira Tozawa is good in the ring, but he's not in compared to Ivy now to Maxine Dupree. It's not even a fucking conversation. Like that Alpha Academy would be way more fucking serious. And if they win titles and they sit at the top of of Monday Night Raw with the new faction as a new faction, you would take it more serious, especially if Chad Gable goes off, wins the Intercontinental title, but then let's say by next year, around this year time next year, he's vying for the World Heavyweight Championship with the Creed brothers still in Ivy now. You will be like, that makes more sense. Like I would take that faction more serious. So as much as I was like, damn, I didn't want him to lose, I kind of understand the losing it because, and I know people are gonna say, well, he's never going to get another title match. Yes, he is. Sami Zayn is a sucker for trying to save people. That's what they keep trying to build him into, which is going to force him to say, you know what, to really help these people, I'm going to stop Chad Gable. But Chad's going to be like, Sammy's going to literally tell him, this is your last time. He never, he said, okay, to end this for Chad, I'm going to give him a title match. But this is going to, like AJ Styles, is going to force Sami Zayn's hand again because what he's going to physically have to do to Otis and Akira Tozawa and Maxine Dupree is going to force Sami Zayn to say, okay, I will give you a title match. Now, I don't know if it happens at Money in the Bank. I don't know. It probably will. I probably will push it to SummerSlam because I feel like it's more important to push it to SummerSlam. Plus, on top of that, especially if Sammy and Chad are going to be in Money in a Bank together, because on Raw, who the fuck do you put? I mean, you could put Ilya Dragunov and you could put Braun Breaker and Jay Uso, and that's a whole nother conversation I'm gonna have with people because I just, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna be honest right here, right now. I do not think Jay Uso needs to be in the Money in the Bank. I don't want Jay Uso nowhere near Money in the Bank because if he lose, then people gonna start crying and bitching in the moment and complaining because he needs to lose. He does not fucking make sense to win Money in the Bank. It doesn't. But yeah, I think Chad's gonna find a way to get another title match. All in all, this match was good. It was fucking fantastic. The whole presentation of the match was amazing. I loved it. Loved it. I just didn't give it five. I didn't give it five because, like I said, it started a little bit slow for me. It was a little slow, a little fucking slow, but it got there. It got there. So clearly, I got two five-star matches, and I'll tell you what it is. It's both title matches. It's the beginning match, the opening match, which I knew was gonna be the opening match because if I'm not going on last, put me on first. And of course, the ending of Clash of the Castle. My first five-star match is Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Gave this 5 stars, and it's for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. The reason why I'm putting this first over the other one is because Damian Priest got injured, and he got injured bad. And if Damian Priest doesn't get hurt, this match probably would be good still. But because he fought through the adversity of being so fucked up, I gave it 5 stars. The ending even was different. Like I think a lot of people thought that some CM Punk would pull a referee out the ring or some shit. I even like the ending. Like I thought CM Punk coming out as the referee played into to um the narrative that his arm is fixed. See, this is another thing people not understanding. Him coming out as the referee because you remember it would go back to WrestleMania, the build up to WrestleMania. Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre was saying, "Oh, CM Punk can't be referee because That's his pinning arm. Seth Rollins said, "Yo, that's CM Punk's pinning arm. He can't pin he can't pin with because he got you know a tricep injury. So it plays into that even. CM Punk being the referee to screw Drew McIntyre, which a lot of people were saying he was going to do if he was in WrestleMania. He was going to screw Drew McIntyre as the referee, but instead he plays the referee in this match. It's fucking amazing to see a story arc in that even because it's like CM Punk is the one that runs out and screws Drew McIntyre. It's like that makes even more sense because I'm like, damn, that does make sense, and it also shows CM Punk's arm is healed. So the match at SummerSlam is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And Damian Priest getting fucked up tonight is man, that shit was bad. Like I said earlier about the women's tag team match, the ropes were slippery the whole fucking night. And then for Damian Priest, who's so athletic and so amazing at how to get off of the ropes and do certain things and certain moves, for him to and it look, ooh, that shit looked bad. Oh my god, that looked fucking terrible. Like the fact that he didn't break his fucking neck or damn near break his fucking leg, like is crazy. And people gotta realize, like, the ropes are not soft by no stretch of the imagination. Like, those are the same ropes that took Mick Foley's ear. Like, and so for Damian Priest to fucking do that shit and then to be, and you gotta realize he was stuck in them bitches for a good 2 to 5 minutes. Like he was in that motherfucker for a good 2 to 5 minutes. Like so his leg is yeah that that would zap your fucking energy immediately. I don't give a fuck how much adrenaline you had. That immediately has gone. Like yeah. Oh no, man! Still for Damian Priest to still fight through that shit. Damn, like I gotta get that man all of the credit in the world because that shit was amazing. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He should be like in a hospital right now for him to fight through that pain, man. That was incredible, man. But the match all in all was amazing. The crowd played into it. Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre are one of the rare few that like Sheamus and Gunther or Drew and Sheamus. Like when they get in the ring together, they can wrestle. Like it's not like a Braun Strowman Big Show. It's like you're athletic, but you're not trying to be. It's like this is athletic with the body you have, with the weight you carry, and the fact that it feels like a actual championship matchup between two heavyweights, but yet you don't feel like neither. It doesn't feel like a one is outpowering the other. This was one of those matches, and it was fucking fantastic. And yeah, I loved it. And of course, like I said, the ending was awesome. CM Punk coming out screwing Drew McIntyre, chef kiss. I wish he would have to the crowd and just left, like right then and there. Like he deserved it. He deserved to do that shit. But my match of the night is Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship in an I Quit match. This shit was amazing. To start off the night, it was amazing. Yes, blood, give me it. It was awesome. They didn't overdo it. Like I said, like I saw on social media, somebody said this. They didn't overkill with the blood like AEW does. They didn't overkill it. It was the right amount of blood. AJ was bleeding a little bit at the end. CM Cody was bleeding at the beginning. It was enough. It gave you the feeling of Cody Rhodes was kind of in a real fucking battle. He was in a real struggle in this match. This was an incredible match, man. This was a great two matches. AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes from Backlash to here. An amazing match. I don't think you run it back because what's the point of running it back? I don't think you need to. This isn't like Chad and Sammy. Like it feels like you can kind of give it a third match, or at least a fourth match because it'd be a fourth match actually. But this was a great matchup, man. Like the fact that his mom was front row, she slapped the shit out of AJ Styles like 3 times. I think she I think she missed a cue at first, and then she kind of came back and gave it to him. Um, man, I hate how people are on social media because people are like, I don't like the ending. The ending didn't make sense. Yes, it fucking did. What the fuck you mean you don't? It didn't make fucking sense. The man has literally got steel steps. He's going to bash your fucking head in. Your handcuff, your right hand. I think it was right hand. His right hand is handcuffed, and he's got the steel steps aiming it at your right side, and you have no way of protecting yourself outside of just doing this. It made fucking sense. What the fuck are y'all talking about? See, this is why I don't like social media because motherfuckers just find reasons to complain. It's like, what the? All in all, the match was great. And they're like, up until the ending. No, the ending made sense. The fuck are you talking about? Like, it's still fucking steps, right? Why the fuck would you not quit? Why would you not quit when you see that? Come on now. Like, it's just, this match was amazing. It was fucking fantastic. The fact that they brawled into the gorilla area was awesome. This was an amazing match. Even the ending of it. I'm talking about Cody Rhodes walking up to lead the entranceway and Solo standing there. And then the bloodline attack him. And then Cody and then Randy Orton and Kevin Owens come out. And Randy Orton kind of gives you that look like, hmm, yeah. Now it seems like that's gonna. I don't know if they have that money in a bank, Cody and Solo, because I think it's gonna be a 6-way tag. But I damn sure think it's gonna be Solo and Cody at SummerSlam. And I think you're gonna build and because of what The Rock is was happening with The Rock right now, we don't know if The Rock is gonna be able to even wrestle Cody at any point. He might need surgery at some point, which holds up the production on the movie that he's shooting right now that got him the injury. You could still do Cody Rowan with the Randy Orton at WrestleMania. You could build that storyline a little bit longer. Um, so yeah, I think it's a great thing, and you can give Solo a couple more wins under his belt. Um, before you give him that one-on-one title match, which will build up the anticipation for Roman Reigns to come back because Roman is probably going to come back. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's probably going to build up anticipation for Roman Reigns to come back. Um, so yeah, I think that was a great match, man. That was a great match. I think people on social media do too much. Um, but yeah, all in all, Clash of the Castle wasn't bad. It was a decent match. 5 matches, like I said. The 3 matches that we were all anticipating that was gonna be good were really fucking good, and the 2 matches that were kind of like we shall see how it looks. It was that, nothing more, nothing less. So yeah, so yeah. All right, I think next pay per view is Money in the Bank. I think so. That's June or July 6th, I think. So yeah, um, yeah. Until next time, I'm Brandon Janeau, and peace.